Hello, welcome back to the dreaded episode where we refactor Breakout. Let me get rid of this recursive recording. We left off last week with a working game. Did some changes here. It works for the most part. There was a few bugs. I recompiled this on my laptop. Notice how wow, that was cool. Notice how the ball can go into the paddle more often. I'm not sure why that is. Think there's a bug, but I don't know. Let me rerun that and see if I can get a slower ball and show you what I mean. Watch. We just sped it up. Okay. Yeah, there's a very apparent bug. Here we go. Okay, did you see that? It kind of like clipped right through my bottom left corner. I don't know if my mouse appears, but right there, slowly coming down. God, I hate this small angles. Watch. Okay, see, it was practically inside, so we have a bug there in our collision. So we gotta fix that. Here's our to-do list. This stuff, we're gonna move down to the bottom. Complexity here. This along with it. Does that go with here? Pixels per second, I feel like should go ahead of. I feel like that should go ahead here. And collision handling. I am recording, right? Yeah, I'm recording. Collision should probably follow suit afterwards. I mean, not really. We don't really need that. We don't need to separate that yet. So let's just work kind of top down for the list. We'll see how far we can get on this. Make sure that all the resources are free. Alright, so let's go ahead and make sure everything's free. So the way that I'm just going to do that is by opening up all the HPPs, which I already did, and we're going to just kind of like truck through the list and make sure that there's CPP files free. So in game, these are the only resources we really have. Where did I create the bricks at? Okay, so we have a map and a texture library. So we have to clean up the texture library and the bricks, right? So before we can do the texture library, we should probably clean up the bricks. So let's go ahead and open up game CPP. The destructor, and then what is there not a for each in C++? I thought C++ 14 had that. I was trying to look up to see if I could play video game music during my recording. I don't want to get in trouble though, because I like to have background sound to help me, get in the groove of things. But no. So yeah, iterate through the C++ containers built in the STL, and there's a way to do it. Is it underscore? Is it underscore? It's an algorithm. Okay. So maybe we're just not calling it up. I thought it was built into the language as like a core functional. We're having internet issues, probably because I'm at a hotel, and between me and the hallway where the AP is, the access point, lies a microwave. Yeah, who knew that the people setting up the hotel weren't really smart with object placement. For each, and then you have to pass in the iterators, and then pass in a function where my function, and we could just do for. Let's just do a for loop. Alright, so is that a free? What is this? Oh, yeah, that's that for each we were just looking at. Why does for look so different to me today? Is that how you spell for? That is how you spell for. Why does that look so weird? Thinking of golf for, F-O-R-E, not the number 4. Alright, so it's while and for loops. So for int I equals 0, I is less than bricks dot size I plus plus, delete bricks at I, right? That should work. I think that would work. And we have to free up our texture. The way to do that, though, is because this is a map, you know, I wonder if there's not a built-in function for that. Just empty it out. Let's go ahead and look up, see if there's a built-in function to just clear it out. There might be a way on the vector too, but I don't know. We'll take a look here. These are member variables, so my laptop doesn't like when I'm using my laptop. I got it to compile and run on my laptop. So anyway, yeah, I said last episode that I would write down a notebook list of exactly what changes we need to do. Yeah, that didn't happen. I mean, it kind of sort of did. I started a notebook page, but the more I did it, the more I thought, you know, I always apologize for wasting up time. But the whole purpose of this Let's Program is to kind of feel organic. Kind of show, oh, hey, my touchscreen is enabled again. I was just trying to clean some gunk off. Oops. Let's go to let's go ahead and disable that quick. I don't like touchscreen. It was a cheap, well, not cheap, but it was a good performant laptop for a right price. So where's HID? Touchscreen. Disable. Yes. Yeah. There. No more touching. Good. Alright. Yeah, the whole point is I kept apologizing about, you know, I'm worried that I might be like leading some people who might be new to programming down some dirty paths. And I might be. But that's not really entirely what this is about. The problem is I keep thinking this is a tutorial series, and it's not. This is an organic series showing how I would program Breakout. And that's exactly what I did, right? I'm kind of like brute force, just get the dang thing working, get it up and running, and then we'll kind of like clean up as necessary, right? And I was getting to the point where the code was starting to bother me with how dirty and unkept it was, because, you know, I'm passing in so much, and I feel like there's too much coupling between everything that I was like, okay, we need to take a step back. We need to clean this up, and that's what this series is. I wanted to be organic, and so I did away with the notebook page showing what we need to do, and I didn't get very far on it anyway, because as I was writing it dawned on me that this is the purpose. Coffee's getting cold. The purpose is to be an organic experience of me going through and programming. And by George, that's what it's going to be, for better or worse. If anyone experienced sees my code, they might be like, oh, what the hell are you doing? And that's alright. Sorry if I, you know, cause any stress on your end going, Nathan, what are you doing? I realize that probably will happen. But this is an experience. This is the whole point of one game a quarter, is to get me to be a better programmer so I can make my ideal projects. This is to develop my skills, and that's what it's going to be. So we're gonna take this organically. We're gonna discover how to refactor on our own. I'll be reading reference sheets. Maybe I can try to find a way to timestamp and skip some stuff, but I don't know how clean that would look. Anyway, so yeah, if you have no interest in watching a lot of reference reading, this episode's probably not going to be for you. There won't be a whole lot in where I, you know, do a lot of coding, but that's what this is. So let's see if we can. Oh, it's an unordered map so unordered maps, you can't do that, but with ordered maps, you can use the @ and access it through, access it sort of like a vector? Is a map just like a vector with a key pair instead? Does it iterate and just kind of do a simple test? I thought it was like a hash, like a tree, like a, oh, go left, go right. Huh. Well, let's see here. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's at and then you pass in the key. Okay, so, oh, that's how you do the for. That's how you do it. Auto reference x. Let's just try that. Let's try that. Texture library. Delete text, right? I mean, we could probably do the same thing. Oh, probably do the same thing here. Bricks. Delete brick. Right? Would that work? I mean, let's just run and hit escape. Oh, yeah, don't delete bricks, delete it. Iter. Yeah, let's just do brick. Brick in bricks. If we got, it makes no sense to have iter here, but not there. For the sake of clean understanding. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Error type. Expects a pointer. Alright, so we can't do that. We have to refer upon the second. So the first is the key. The second is its value. So we have to second? Like that? Is that how that went? No, just don't even, it's not even a getter, it's just that. So the first value is our key. Why is that collision just not good? I did some debugging and I looked at it, so it's not a problem with our collision box, it's a problem with our collision function, because I did some debugging last night. And it seems to work well on my desktop, but on my laptop it caused some issues. I wonder if that's not related to high DPI. I doubt it. I think it's more than anything our collision. What we can do is kind of mimic how it did with the bricks, but we'll get there eventually. Let's add that to our to-do. Right. Oh, gotta disable my trackpad here. I got my mouse and my trackpad. So use SDL has intersection with respect to ball and paddle, right? Alright, so make sure the recesses are freed. So as far as I know, in game HPP, which I think I closed, where's my game CP or HPP? We got rid of those 4 pointers, so that's good. Or this too, brick and textures, paddles being deleted. Yeah, all of that's being deleted, I think, correctly now. So let's just quickly. God, can I close every but others? Close all others. This is our HPP. Where's our game CPP? We delete the paddle. We delete the ball. We delete the bricks. Do we free the render in the, yeah, we free the render in the window, the textures, but we have to, oh, no, okay, SDL free, destroy texture, yep, text second. I don't know if delete is the right method, being as it's an SDL object. We should probably use destroy texture on it, right? Because it's a library of textures. Yeah, calling escape, it seems fine. Just to test that, threw a little breakpoint there. Get the game running, press escape. Sure. Okay, so if I hit, it does iterate 3 times, so good. There was 3 textures, it iterated 3 times, it's destroying the texture. Anyway, I think that's it for game. Yeah, that's it for game. So let's go ahead and close game. Why did the side... Yeah. How do I disable minimize mode? Editor? There's got to be a way to it. I don't know. I'm not going to spend too long looking, but let's see here. Let's see if I can't disable. There's got to be a way to disable minimize mode. I have to look it up later. I'm not going to spend an insane amount of time. Where was the shortcuts? Nah. Okay, well, whatever. There's a way to disable minimize mode. I hate that you double click this and yeah, and it goes to minimize mode. I don't like that. I don't want it to happen, so we'll find a way. Go ahead and close that. What's next? Entity. Let's go ahead and look at entity. So, see, these are all referring upon a texture, so we really don't need to free them. If they're pointing to the texture map in game, don't really quite need it, do we? No. No, but we should make sure that it... Nah. Yeah, we don't. We really don't need to do anything about that. Const correctness, we still have to work on that. So entity is fine. Brick. No, ball. That's the next one we made. Paddle? Paddle was the next one we made. Yeah. Same thing, and there shouldn't be a whole lot because these are all referring upon entity. So, how long have I been recording for? No idea. 17 minutes? Okay. My coffee's getting cold. Yeah, nothing. And the same thing with brick, I'm guessing. So we're done with that. That's always good. Alright, this one's going to be tricky because, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and start back up with game. Game HPP. Okay, so we need to make sure that all of these are initialized appropriately. Let's separate, though, the methods and the variables. Sorry, there's some talking outside my door. I was inadvertently listening. There was a fight last night here. Some people got into a scuffle, and like, I'm guessing they were arguing over a girl that cheated on a guy, and ended up with 2 guys getting into a fight, and they like slammed into the shared wall between my room and their room, and it like almost knocked down a picture and everything, and it was pretty rough. So where's game CPP? Okay. In the compiler, or in the constructor, these are being initialized, the render, the window, the screen width and height. I'm not really going to set, we're not going to set the X and Y because it's undefined right here, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. The window and the render are being set, the event doesn't need to be. Paddle and ball are set up in run. Running is set up in run. tick time and current time are set up in run, I think. Are we even use tick time? Yeah, here we are. We have to do that soon. Yikes. So that's running good. What did I change? Yeah, that's right. I changed some line spacing. That's right. Okay. Now this is where hopefully this takes care of most of it. I don't really think that needs to be non-virtual. Ideally, I just passed in a rect right here, I think, but we'll deal with that when we got it. We're going to be doing a collision manager anyway, so no biggie. I did find a bug working on Linux that acceleration X and Y were not being initialized, and so what was happening was when I was running it on Linux, my paddle was automatically on the far right side of the screen. It would be visible, but like I could not move left because acceleration was some infinite value, so it was like perpetually stuck right there. And it took me a while to realize that that was going on. You know, I ran the debugger, I peeked at the variables, and I saw that this was like 1 times 10 to the E26 or something, you know, some almost the maximum value that a float can be. So we needed to change that at least. Entity CPP. This is a constructor. Acceleration X equals accelerate. Oop. What? Am I spelling that right? Yeah. 0? I don't know. Alright. We probably should set velocity and X and Y too, just in case. So velocity X equals velocity Y equals X equals Y equals, that's over 80, isn't it? Oh, it's at 76. We're almost at that part. So we set that. Hopefully that doesn't mess with some acceleration. I did not spell it right. There's acceleration. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to run through and make sure I get it compiling. It's not going to mess with anything because each object initializes their own values anyway, so at least that's running. So, and I think we invoke the constructor. I think you have to on virtual function or virtual objects. Anything inherited, I think you have to. So let's take a look at like say ball, brick, and paddle. Yeah. Or maybe it would be the CPP function. Sorry, CPP files on the constructor. Ball, brick, paddle. I got a new mic. It's got a mute button, so when I clear my throat, let me test it. Watch that mic. I'm back. Yeah, I can clear my throat if I have to really clear my throat. I can clean it a whole lot easier, so yeah, we're invoking entities constructor here, at least in paddle, and then we're setting its own values that we need right there. So acceleration X and Y. Is it called before or after? That's a good question. We'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, this is the call stack. Where's the? I don't care about the call stack. I want to watch. How do I view the watch? Debug watch. Where's the watch? Debugging Windows. Alright, so there's this, and then the locals. Can I dereference, or I don't know. What if I do this? This is a paddle, right? entity. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it looks, I mean, there's, well, we could set it in entity. We could set some values in entity, but right here it's set to 0 and 0, which I think on Windows it was doing anyway. There's its width and height, the collision box, so X, Y, everything looks fine. What we need to do though is, yeah, okay. Let's go into entity CPP. Let's set this to, let's just do a test here, right? Acceleration x equals acceleration y. Nah, we'll just do like 1.2 f, and then we'll do the y as, I don't know, 2.9 f. Now, if they happen to equal that just out of random luck, then I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket, because by George, it just shouldn't happen. My is there a key cut debug? Where's debug? Is there a key? I don't know. So we get some rounding issues. Don't really quite know how to deal with that. Probably have to set it to, you know, I think we might have to do some more trailing zeros. I don't know, but there is some rounding issues. There's a 1 and there's a 5. I think there's a problem with this anyway if the CPU gets old. I don't know. I can't remember. I took a class on computer organization, but I want to say that CPUs are error prone if they get old, wear, tear, and heat and stuff, but golly gee whiz, I can't remember. I didn't care for the class a whole lot. Paul, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. It was a very entertaining class. But either way, that seems to be working just fine. So, where's that? You know, we'll probably just do, what if we did, for the sake of experimenting, that's what this is about. Once I still have to work on freeing my mind of the idea that this isn't a tutorial, and when that happens, okay, so we just kind of get a little bit more trailing zeros, but we still get to 5 and 1. I don't know how to fix that. Rounding issues, it might be CPU specific. Not something to really care about. That's like a gazillionth, not really, but you know, like a millionth of a digit of a value, so it won't make a big lasting impact, I'm sure. Pretty sure. Confident. Anyway, so we got entity set up, and that's all taken care of. And as far as I know, paddle is now set appropriately. Where's paddle HPP? Close all others. Paddle HPP. Does paddle introduce anything unique? No. See, paddle doesn't. Brick doesn't. So we don't need to do that. Ball might. And it doesn't. It has its own thing. So we'll just consider that done. Okay, so the next one is, let's see if this fixes that bug where it looks like the ball is kind of like, let's see if I can get another clear shot. It's going fast. I should clamp that. We'll have to make a lerp function, and oh my god, that's just going side to side. Alright. Yeah, it definitely looks, where's ball? Where's ball? We're gonna make this go down slower. Let's do some testing, some debug. Acceleration x equals, this is going left to right, so let's go 0.01. Is that fine? Acceleration y equals 0. Let's make it go negative to go down. 0.05. Maybe. I think that should be fine. We'll find out. Just for the sake of debugging. Oh, that is way too much. Factor of 10. The x is fine. Let's. Factor of 10 might be too slow. Okay. Still looks like it's going random, but here, let's. Yeah, you see that? You see how far inside that went? Shouldn't have to do that. What I think is happening, and we can take a quick look. What is this? Oh, this is for the screen, right? And this is, okay. So, this is our collision function. I think. Yeah. Okay, this is how we're, for ball. Paddle, because we have to get the paddle. I'm pretty sure I'm just doing this wrong, so let's do something like this. SDL rect A equals collision box, and then SDL rect B equals paddle dot get collision box, right? Would that work? And then we can simply let's comment this out. That's the ugliest block of code to leave in an if statement. If SDL has rect, no, has this is where we go to the API. Okay. Was it has intersection? I do it already with ball and no brick and whatever. That's how we fixed it. Was it with brick? Brick CPP? Yeah. Has intersection. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, we could just do it here. Has intersection. Has intersection, and then we need to do a reference of A, a reference of B, and that should work. Let's see if that works better. A was not declared in the scope, it's lowercase a. Alright. Alright. I know it's going slow, but that's the purpose of debugging. I want to make sure that I can see. Okay, much better. That is so cool. I lifted up my coffee mug, and underneath was a coffee stain on the desk. It looks like a smiley face. The ring from the bottom of the cup. And then there was like 2 little dots on the inside. I don't know how. It must be some coffee spill. So we got that working, as far as I can tell. And see how I can like accelerate its X movement. We have no swinging yet. We'll have to work on that probably next episode, I think. If we can, whenever we're done with refactoring, which we may not cover all the refactoring, and that's okay. Notice how I was going the opposite direction. I'm pointing at my screen like you guys can see. Is my mouse visible in recording? It is, okay. So the ball was going like this, and then I was going here while it was going down, and that made it so that it went more this way instead of that way. It slowed its acceleration back, so it wasn't further. Anyway, enough of that. So let's go ahead and just delete this. What's next? This is going a lot faster than I thought it was, considering I haven't. We're not going to do this. Const usage, I'm not going to sit there and read up on const correctness yet, so let's move this to the bottom of the list. It doesn't leave the list. Before I can say this game is done, all of my refactor needs to be taken care of. So we'll just leave that refactor episode up here, and that'll stay until we get, we'll add and subtract as we can, but commented suggestions. Yikes. Well, that's just a comment. This will be changed. We can't remove that yet. Simplify to test entire collision out of bounds. I'm not sure what I meant by that. Boob, mob, rob. When did it start suggesting words? I don't know. Simplify. We have to simplify this to test entire collision out of bounds. But I think what that meant was I wanted to store a rect of the screen and test the ball to that. Now how can I do that? Because technically I'm in the inside. So I wonder if I can do outside. I mean, we could do a quick test, right? Should probably. Why don't we do this? Nah. What is Let's. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go. You're supposed to keep your locals next to the part that you use them. Which I realize this is going to cause some issues right here. Okay, alright, that's it. That's what we'll do. Yeah, let's do away with this. Let's do away with this. Let's go like this. Other blocks. Other. We'll just call that other, right? And then for this we can go collision box. If I could spell collision right. And then other. Would that work? I could speed it up a teeny bit. Oh. Fair enough. I got rid of this, so the ball was naturally going to go out. So, with that, let's just go ahead and let's just do this. What if we do this? Well, don't need to copy that. So, if SDL, I guess see, okay, so the problem is we have to know where it hit anyway. We won't know where it bounced off of. I was going to simply test to see if the ball was trying to move out of the scope of the screen, but we have to know about locality. If it was left side or right side, then just simply reverse the X. But if it was top or bottom, reverse the Y, which, this is naturally going to change. Yeah, it's not going to bounce off the bottom and top forever. Well, top, yes, but bottom, that's game over. So, yeah, we can't. So that's a bad idea. I was just going to use a collision and then do not or something like that, meaning it left, but that would mean that the full object was out anyway, which would have looked ugly. So, yeah. That's not going to be a possibility. Alright, so make sure that I didn't break too much stuff. I think the ball will hit like, what, right there? Oh, that's some good predicting right there. All right, good. So we got that. Let's go ahead and look at other CPP files and HPP files. So close all. Yeah. Game. Game HPP, game CPP. Redo clear. I really want to play video game music. I wouldn't play it super loud, but like the background sound, so it's not just quiet. I had that thought, if I'm doing Let's Plays, is that not any better or worse? Could I not just play? See, I have some here. I just want to play it in the background for ambience purposes, but left equals right equals false. We already initialized that elsewhere. That was nonsense code. So CPP is fine. Yes. Nothing in HPP. Let's go to entity. Let's go to entity. Non-virtual. So are we ever defining our own collision test? Yeah, we are. We are with brick, I think. Where's brick? Yeah, we are. Oop. I keep flicking the microphone. I'm sorry, guys. My nose is tickling. By the way, I think this is a doxy. Is that considered a doxy comment? Let me do that really quick. Yeah, this doesn't have anything on 3 slashes. I don't know. There. First notice this in Notepad++, where blah and comments and blah 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 comments, doxygen, revealed more about it, but I'm not convinced about its efficacy. I don't know. Why would anyone use? It's not a blocked comment though. What is this documentation? I think that's what this is all about. Yeah. So I think if we do it before, does that yeah, we're using that for the sake of documentation, so we're misusing it bad. We have to change if that's the case, if that's just for that, which I wonder if that means we do it ahead. Let me test something here quick. What if we go to brick CPP? Where's brick? And then collision test. Can I get some documentation? Does it pop up? Well, it shows me entities and bricks, but it doesn't show me any documentation like Visual Studio does. Aha! Look at that, guys. Look at that. It shows up as a description if we leave it up ahead. It doesn't do block style though, so I'm not sure how you can. Do you just multi-line it? Is anything preceding considered? I don't know. That's interesting. Good to know. Temporary solution to remove. Oh, yep. Okay, so what we need. Let's not worry about that yet. Let's just focus on one thing at a time. This is brick. Test documentation. That's cool. Well, for right now, it looks like we have to have our own. Oh, did I just get rid? No. I thought I got rid of some code. For right now, let's just go ahead and get rid of that, because I think we need to define our own collision, and plus it's going to be thrown into its own manager. I'm not sure why I even bothered having that. Ideally, we should just be able to extract the Rex and then have a manager do some collision testing. I am super low on coffee. How long have I been recording? 45 minutes. Alright. Non-virtual. Nope. Dang it. We need to stop using that comment style. Settings. Editor. Syntax highlighting. Comment normal. Comment line normal. This is a line comment. Comment keyword comment. Okay, so what if we change this to something darker? Would that? It might be too hard to see. Where's gray? Define custom colors. Let's go really dark gray. Oh. No, we're gonna figure this out quick. I don't like that lightness. It's too light, and the problem with code blocks is it uses WX widgets, so it's hard to get the theme to match. So you can get the editor. You can get the editor to get dark, but like this windowing with this and nonsense doesn't get dark. So it's like the contrast between this editor and then that, this being dark, this being white, it's just really ugly. Oh my god, Nick. Hi, stop. I should really mute notifications. Does that work? Turn on quiet hours? Syntax highlighting. Comment normal. Nope, that doesn't work. Of course, Google has to bypass all that. Jesus, you type a lot. I'm gonna mute you. Options. Done. Because you'd like to type books. Sorry, Nick. Default inactive. Well, I think that's just for code. Active line during debugging. Where's an inactive line? It doesn't show any. See, multi-line is a documentation comment block too by doing that style. Well, I mean, I guess we could test, right? No harm there. Still nothing done. Oh my gosh, we're just breaking all the stuff. It just might not be possible. Background is default. We don't want a background. No. How annoying. Alright, can I, yeah. I wonder if it's just not as simple as me having to close and reopen the document. I wonder if it's not just something that simple. Let's test. That's entity HPP. It's not. Oh well. Can I at least change it back to defaults? Yes, because clearly you don't want to help me out. Line comment, wait a second. Why is that color so light? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Anyway. I'll figure that out off screen. Same with here. use this to separate. And then personal to do, we'll do something like that. Okay. And then separate with this. And nope. Copy. Paste. Delete. Okay. Personal to do, disable minimal mode, fix comment colors, cause wow. Gotta make this interesting, gotta make this fun for me. Alright, let's quickly finish this up, at least this part. No comment suggestions in entity. Let's go to paddle was our next one, right? Paddle. We got some here. Movement handlers, that's documentation, which is alright, but it's not really documentation. It's not telling us how to use it, so let's not. I really want more coffee. I'll reward myself after this. Acceleration should be 0.25 velocity, and it's at 0. Oh, I see. I'm setting, yeah, what I'm doing here is, how are we dealing with move? Look at all of this ugly nonsense. Look at all that ugly nonsense. Okay. Alright. How are we doing move? Where's game CPP? Should be in handle input. Left and right pressed. And then in run we handle it, input, and then we update it. We need to make our own draw function to clear this up. Uh-oh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we're doing that. Direction, because we need a direction. Where am I handling paddle? I'm just not seeing it. Alright, so this is run. We're initializing it, we're reserving some bricks, tick time, current time, handle input, pull, running equals false on an escape or key down. Which we should probably isolate this and run that in the case down here. I know it's bad, but yeah, maybe we should just do that. Let's go ahead and do that as part of our refactor episode. Running equals false. Yeah. Okay. And we're handling it down there, so let's case SDLK escape. Running equals false. Break. Yeah. Because it's part of the key. Yeah. Okay, so we handle input. Left and right are being pressed as that. So we handle input, tick time, update. It's probably done in update. Where's update at? Probably at the way bottom, knowing me. Yeah, it was. Okay. Paddle update. Why did we even care about this to begin with? Oh. So we have to call paddle update. Where's paddle update? Which is calling move, so we're not even moving left or right. So what this means is ditch it. Let's ditch it. Paddle, HPP, move left, move right, ditch, ditch. Okay. We need to initialize its acceleration. Did I have a comment saying that as much? Yeah, there was a comment here saying use acceleration. So if we're adding 1.25, let's just make that magic number acceleration, right? Acceleration x equals 1.25. Was that how I was using that? F. Parser's still parsing. Take your time. I've got no time. Right. And then this is delta, so we can just do. I'm not using delta right, but acceleration divided by delta. Ooh, I wonder if there's going to be. No, there's not. Times direction. And then yeah, we're dividing it. 16. So we need to make an acceleration cap or a velocity cap. But that feels a little too low anyway. We still need to make it move pixels per second anyway. Alright. But that's fine for now. X plus equals. Oh boy, here we go. See, we're gonna probably have some bugs where we move super fast. I bet I could get rid of. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. We have a constant acceleration. Oh boy. We have a constant acceleration because it's part of update. Direction is 0, so how can we make this 0? Ah. What if we did this? See, we're adding velocity. I don't think we should be doing that anymore. Yeah, we are moving a lot faster now, which I expected that. I wonder if I can hit the paddle or the ball. How fast would that be going? We're going too fast for it. So we have a lot of speed now. Let's bump this down here for starters. Makes no sense to have it up there. This still isn't going to fix our bug, yeah. Okay, so what the problem is, velocity is not being modified, so we do have to add velocity. But why are we doing acceleration? Again, let's just comment that. Let's just comment that for now. Let's test it like this. I would at least like normal movement back. Okay, well we're moving, but super slow. Our acceleration is dang low. And no matter how long I hold, I don't seem to be getting faster, so I think that's because we're clamping this too much. So how much should this be? 10? No. X plus equals. Oh, we need to clamp that before. Yeah, we do. Yep. We definitely need to. We should make some utility functions. Okay, we need to cap it before we add it into our X. So we're modifying it, we test it, clamp it. I don't think that's going to fix our issue. Yeah. Okay. It's better that we at least do it this way, but let's because that's 1 pixel per second. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I'm too tired to really work out the math. I mean, we're kind of moving, but it's still rather slow, so I don't want to be moving whole. How did we even deal with that before? I have no idea. Anyway, I think that's all we have for this episode. It was an hour and 2 minutes. 3? No, 2. No, not 32. 2. So the problem is our movement's just not right. We should research this. Should research how to properly do that. So those are, well, I mean, yeah. That thing's just going bananas. Wow, now it's really going bananas. So we're not doing this properly. We'll have to correct that. Commented suggestions. Let's at least take a look at that really quick. Actually, velocity x. Let's take a quick look at this. Divided by 2. So you're taking acceleration, magnitude or the vector of it going by direction, but delta squared divided by 2. Yeah, I guess we'll have to research on how to do that. Let's skip that decay variable. This is paddle? Yeah. Alright, so let's close these. We're done with that. Let's go to ball. We have to treat everything as an entity. Changing this is annoying and therefore broken. Fix me. Ball update. Well, that comes with the collision, because it only needs to know about the screen and the paddle with collision. So I don't think we can really do that, but I should leave that there. I should leave that there just so I remember, but I can't do that until we get our entity manager done. This will be changed to pixels per second. Well, we can't do that, so That's temporarily solution to remove. We have to add a remove variable, and we'll do that. Okay, so we have to leave that up there, but let's move this to the bottom because a lot of this relies on other things. So let's move that there, and then let's put proper acceleration velocity handling. And then what was the thing that we were just going to go through and fix? Oh yeah, brick should delete, not move 10k right. Alright, so we subtracted a couple, but we added. Make it worth it, separate collisions, yeah. Okay, so that's as much as we can do on this episode. Not a whole lot done, but we got something. Hopefully we can get that all working on the next time. I'll go back to my regular recording, so tomorrow, no, Thursday's gonna have to be the next episode. Thursday's gonna be the next episode because Mega Man Legends comes out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. And then next week we'll go back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday for this, and then Tuesday, Thursdays for any game recording I do. So that's it for this episode. We didn't get a whole lot, but we got somewhere. And steps are at least progress. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm sorry there wasn't a whole lot going on, but next time there should be more. Thanks.